Wide to the left, and up goes to Wilcox, gets to the edge, and Wilcox gets 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 yards. Myers now in the offensive line for Virginia. Pitch back, Wilcox coming to the right side with some running room. On the right side. And up goes to Wilcox with a little bit of running room and just keeps those legs turning. He got nearly 5 yards again. Wilcox again in the tail position. Here's a slant pass. It's caught by Aho. Aho now is out wide to the right. Quarterback, Foy under some pressure. Again rolling. And it is caught by Greenwald. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. And Foy is shaken up. And a pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to Ewens Field for our 2019 high school football opening telecast right here on Mesabi Community Television. The Blue Devils and the Rush City Tigers kickoff is going to be fielded by Rush City back inside the 5-yard line. And returning the kickoff was Zeph Hahn, and a whole host of Blue Devils down to make the defensive play. First-year head coach Matt Anderson and the Blue Devils with their first game of the season, first home game of the season. And they'll start on the defensive side. We'll try to pick up their defensive starters for you. They go with a 3-man front. The nose tackle 65 is J.J. Bridgewater. The defensive end 69, Riley Krenz. And 77 is Ben Strukel. They go with a 3-5. They go with 5 linebackers, 2 outside, 3 inside linebackers. From the T formation, Hannah first man through and very little running room. Ball carrier was Hunter Sykes. Gain of a yard or two, second down and long. Volleyball this afternoon, the Virginia Blue Devils go to 2-0 on the season as they took care of the Denfeld Hunters in 3 games. The Blue Devil volleyball team now goes on the road next week. They'll be in Esco on Tuesday and Thursday. They're in Chisholm. Handoff and no place to go. The ball carrier, the big fullback. And we'll try to pick up the number again. This is first time we've seen Rush City, first time we've seen the Blue Devils. So again, it'll take some time to get used to some of the new numbers, new names on the Blue Devils side. Mitch Mell is the junior quarterback for the Tigers. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. The ball coming this way. And again, fumble. Virginia has it. Jaden Bernard recovers the fumble for the Blue Devils. So Bernard and the Blue Devils. But watch on the replay. A lot of Blue Devils in on the play. Blue Devils will start with Jack Tolman as the quarterback. Jack is a junior. Looks like 32, Nick Peters will be one of the wing backs. They'll go with that, looks like with that double wing. Well, no, they're going to go with a shotgun. Man in the slot, that's Ryan Sheff. Here's Tolman, short drop, looking, throwing the ball over the middle. Looks like a bump in the middle. And maybe because the pass was going to be high, uncatchable, there was no flag. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Getting the play and coming in with it will be Braden Sepla. Braden, a senior for the Blue Devils, and he's going to go wide out to the left. Blue Devils center is 69, Riley Krenz. Motion is Sheff. Cuts back in, cuts against the grain, and he got a nice run out of that. Looks like he got about 9 yards. 19, Ryan Scherf, the ball carrier. Officially, they'll give them 8, and it'll be second down or third down and 3 for Virginia. Beautiful night, 62 degrees. The winds are out of the west-northwest at 14 miles an hour. Now Cole Schaefer will go out far to the right, or check that left. Bernard to the right. Now they set up in that double wing. Scherf goes in motion. Quarterback sneaks straight ahead, and Tolman's going to get the first down, the initial first down in tonight's game. And they'll move the sticks, and they'll give the Blue Devils, watch on the replay, just a nice surge by that offensive line. I'm going to try to pick up this offensive line for you. Again, new names, new numbers. And we'll try to pick them up as we can. 72 is Mason Cawley. He's a 9th grader. He's playing a tackle on the left side. Tolman throwing the ball. It's tipped up in the air, and it's incomplete. Be second down. Second and goal for the Blue Devils. Slot on both sides. Here comes Peters to the right side of the seams. Peters gets in for the end zone for a touchdown. So Peters from 6 yards out gets into the end zone, and the Blue Devils get the first score in tonight's game. Blue Devils will go for 2. Tolman again from the shotgun, and now we've got a penalty. Looks like some kind of motion on the Blue Devils. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and they'll move the ball back to the 8-yard line. This is our first of 4 Virginia football telecasts that we'll have on Mesabi Community Television. Also on our Mesabi Community TV.com, you can watch our live stream. 4 wide, 2 on each side. Tolman throwing the ball for Bernard, 2-point conversion. So Tolman to Bernard, the Blue Devils score their 2-point conversion, and Virginia leads by a score of 8-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Blue Devil kickoff after this. So the Blue Devils get on the scoreboard after the turnover. Peters on the touchdown run and a 2-point conversion. Here's a kickoff. It's short, being fielded near the 15-yard line. And the ball carrier gets out over the 20. Turning the kickoff was Hunter Sykes. Tackle on that last play by Eric Sundquist of the Blue Devils. Quarterback keeper and lost a yard on that first down play. 2nd and 11. Tigers have it on their own 29-yard line. Mel will hand it off. Second man getting through. Bernard on the top side, 22, and on the bottom was, looks like 56 again, was Eric Sundquist. Again, the T formation. Mel will give it off. Get on the outside, and it's Sykes again, and he's going to go for only a yard. And again, the Blue Devil defense comes up, and now Rush City is going to be forced to punt. Second game of the season for Rush City. They went to Aurora last week and beat the Giants. Dropping deep for the Blue Devils, number 12 is Cole Schaefer. He's inside the 35-yard line. High snap, punts away, nice punt. Schaefer will field it, and they'll take him down. The Tigers will near the 40-yard line, about the 38. Again, our first game, we're battling the sun here at Ewens. Once the sun will go down, it'll be a lot easier to pick up these numbers. Still trying to check out that Blue Devil offensive line. Maybe it'll be easier this time as they're a little bit to our left now. Again, wide outs on both sides. Man comes in motion. Here comes the ball carrier. This is Nick Peters. Nice block on the edge. And Peters will get to about the 44-yard line. It's a nice run by the junior. Anthony Hermanson with the stop. Here comes Peters. You watch, beautiful block on the edge. Peters gets about 5. Sepla goes out wide. Left side. Again, the backs are in that double wing. Here's an inside handoff. This is Scherf, the ball carrier. Ryan Scherf will get to about the 46 and going to set up 3rd and short. Blue Devils already with 5 rushes, 25 yards here in this opening quarter. Leading the way was 67, Ben Wilson. 3rd and 2. Schaefer goes out to the left. Bernard to the right. Here's Tolman, quick pop pass, and a little bit behind Bernard. Tolman now 3 passes, is yet to complete one, and Virginia will bring their punt team out. See who the long snapper will be for Virginia. 64, that's Tom Nemenich. Schaefer is the punter. Back deep will be Zeth Hahn. Blue Devils have 12 men on the field. Second Virginia penalty. And again, this will happen the first couple games of the season until all the players understand their assignments. It even happened with our camera guys and our announcer and our technical crew, you know, until you get things ironed out. High snap. Schaefer comes down with it, and the punt was almost blocked. Goes out of bounds near midfield. And Rush City will be in great shape to start their 3rd possession. Very high snap, a lot of pressure. Rush City will start 1st and 10 from the Virginia 49. 6:19 to go here in our opening quarter. Virginia with an 8-0 lead. J.J. Bridgewater, the nose tackle right over the center. Mel gives it off, second man, and only about a yard. Looks like J.J. in on the stop for the Blue Devils. Hermanson was a ball carrier, got about a yard. 77 for the Blue Devils is Ben Strukel. 65, J.J. Bridgewater. 69 is Riley Krenz. Those are the down three. Mel gives it off. The ball carrier with some running room on the right side. That is Hunter Sykes. 4 yards or so. And it'll set up a third down for Rush City. Watch on the replay. Again, 25, the ball carrier. T formation. Handoff goes to Hermanson, and he gets popped right away, gets pushed back. They officially give him a couple, and it's going to be 4th and a long yard. Fourth down and a long yard from the Blue Devil 40-yard line. Here's a quarterback bangs. Oh, we got a face mask coming in, I think, too. Boy, it sure looked like the defensive player grabbed the face mask of the ball carrier. It'll be a first down, and that's the initial first down in tonight's game for Rush City. 2 yards officially on that play, and the ball is near the 38-yard line. See if you can watch on this replay. Well, I guess it's the shirt. It's not the face mask. Mel under center. Play coming this way, and off to the races. This is Longworthy, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Check that, Zeth Hahn. 38-yard touchdown run for number 16, Zeth Hahn. Tigers will go for 2, try to get the equalizer. And it will work as 25, that's Hunter Sykes, gets in for the 2-point conversion. We're deadlocked at 8 with 4:21 to go in our opening quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Tigers kickoff after this.
I'm in carpentry. We do a lot of woodworking. Right now we're actually building a couple houses. I like the atmosphere, like everybody around here, all the faculty, they really like to help out. My instructor, Leo Lucas, he's been in the field for at least 30 years or so. My goal with carpentry is to work for a larger company down in the cities. My name is Tyler Kemp, and this is my Mesabi story.
So just like that, Rush City takes advantage of a short Virginia punt that was nearly blocked, and they get into the end zone to tie tonight's football game. Hahn on a 38-yard run, Sykes a 2-point conversion after Nick Peters scored for Virginia on a 6-yard run, and Tolman to Bernard for the 2-point conversion. 8-8 football game here in the first quarter as the sun is setting over in the west here. Should be down within about the next 15 minutes or so. Check who's back deep for the Blue Devils. Well, again, I can't pick up the numbers. Let's see. Well, kickoff is going to be fielded near the 15-yard line. Is this 19 Scherf? It is. Ryan Scherf returns it. And Virginia's going to start out over their 30-yard line. Checking in for the Blue Devils now is number 50, Kyle Williams. Tolman, the last to get to the Virginia huddle. Williams is the tackle now on the right side. Nemenich is the guard on that side. Here's Peters. And he gets a lot of running room and gets out over the 50-yard line. But we'll see. Well, they'll spot it. Looks like they'll move it back a few yards. Looks like about the 48-yard line. So it's a nice 15-yard run for Nick Peters. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Sepla now goes out wide to the left. And now we've got a timeout on the field called by Rush City. So with 4:09 to go in our opening quarter, time to take a break. This is Blue Devil football on Mesabi Community Television.
Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
So as the sun is setting, teams are in a timeout. 8-8 is our score, unofficially statistics. Virginia with 40 yards so far, and Rush City now with 56 in the game. Been only one turnover, that was on Rush City. Virginia took advantage of that, and then Rush City came back and took advantage of a short Blue Devil punt and got the equalizer. Now Scherf goes in motion, the handoff to the first man. That's number 35, the ball carrier. That is Noah Nisi. And maybe a yard. Cole Schaefer now goes out to the left. Josh Bernard comes to the right. Again, the Blue Devil backs are set in that double wing. Scherf gets the handoff going left side, some blocking in front of him, but then great defensive play by the outside linebacker. And Scherf's run will only go for about a yard. It's going to set up 3rd down for Virginia. .64, looked like Tom Nemenich was leading it. Trying to lead the blocking. Also up in front was 55, Josh Stickney. So the Blue Devils with the ball right at the 50-yard line have a 3rd and about 6. Peters comes in motion. He gets the ball coming this way. Needs to get a block, and that will not happen. Peters only gets maybe 2 yards. And again, Virginia will probably bring their punt team out and try to pin Rush City back. We'll see. It's going to be 4th and about 4. And yes, they do bring their punt team out as we watch on the replay. Peters needed 1 block inside. Just didn't get it. See, they got to get a couple more men up in that line. Blue Devils were short a man, and now Josh Bernard comes in and he'll block up front. Again, a high snap, and again the punt is blocked. Anthony Hermanson. You saw the pressure coming. Tigers will start 1st and 10 from the Virginia 30-yard line. Handoff goes to Hermanson. He gets 5 yards before he gets pushed back. 67, Ben Wilson, one of the Blue Devils, in on the stop. They also credit Bernard with the defensive play. 5 yards on that play, and it's 2nd down and 5. Ball's on the Virginia 25-yard line. Again, the Tigers go with a tight formation. Backs are set in the T formation. 25 gets the head off, and that is Sykes again, and Hunter Sykes will move the chains. Third first down for Rush City. 7 yards on that play. Mel under center. Sykes again, the ball carrier. There's a lot of running room on that right side. That's about another 7-8 yards or so as the ball gets down near the 10-yard line. '64, Tom Nemenich in on the stop. Mel hands it off. That's Hermanson right up the middle, and Hermanson gets in for a touchdown. Yard run for Hermanson. (14-8) Rush City, and again they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Sykes gets the handoff, and Sykes will get in for the 2-point conversion. Rush City 16, Virginia 8 with 26 seconds to go in our opening quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Tigers kickoff after this.
Local television programming is now available to everyone through MasabiCommunityTV.com. From our main page, you can find all of our live sports broadcasts. Archived sporting events are also available on our website for Chisholm, Mountain Iron, Virginia, and Mesabi East schools. You can also download all of these events by going to your selected event, clicking on the share icon, and then clicking on the address on the center of the screen. There, you will find your download button. From our main page, you may also view our entire community bulletin board.
Getting ready for the Rush City kickoff. Trying to pick out, looks like it's 61, Jaden Kocher will kick off. Short, Scherf near the 20, avoids one defender but can't avoid the second and third one. Goes down near the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to put it back near the 29-yard line. Schaefer left and Bernard to the right, and now a whistle as too many men on the field for Rush City, so the Blue Devils will gain 5 yards. Well, I guess they called a timeout before. They're going to rule on the penalty. Boy, the flag came out too. So we'll just keep it right here as we are in our final 21 seconds of our opening quarter. Unofficially, I got Virginia with 44 yards on 9 rushing plays, 3 passes, so they've had 12 plays so far. Rush City with 85 yards on 14 rushing plays. Next Friday night, the Blue Devils will host ESCO right here at Ewens, and that'll be our second of 4 football telecasts this fall right here on Mesabi Community Television. Always nice to have all our viewers watching tonight on MesabiCommunityTV.com. Again, in volleyball, the Virginia Blue Devil volleyball team, perfect on the season as they took care of the Dentfield Hunters tonight. Early start because of the football game. Blue Devils took care of the Hunters in 3 games. 1st and 10, Virginia from their own 29-yard line. Tolman from the shotgun. Throwing the ball to Bernard, catches the ball, and Bernard is running up the field and gets tackled on the Rush City side of the 50. It's about 22 yards and a first down for the Blue Devils. Clock is probably going to run out before the Blue Devils get the next play. We're inside 10 seconds, and the coaching staff is just going to tell them, just let it run out. Don't even snap the ball. And our first quarter is going to be in the books from Ewens Field on this Friday night, where we have 62 degrees, sunshine, and a 14-mile-an-hour wind out of the west-northwest. 16-8, Rush City after our first quarter, and we'll have more action after this.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
(16-8) Rush City after the first quarter. Sun continues to set in the west. Very shortly it'll be down far enough where we'll be able to pick up more of these numbers. Blue Devils with new logos on their helmets, going with white pants this year. Blue Devils will now go from right to left. Tolman from the shotgun. Looking downfield. Now he's under some pressure. He's just going to run. And they're going to force Tolman out of bounds after he gets a Blue Devil first down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. First and 10, Virginia. Schaefer brought the play in. He'll go out wide to the left. Bernard to the right. Now Scherf is in the slot left. Peters is the wingback. Pass play coming for the Blue Devils. Tolman under some pressure, and he's going to get taken down right along the line of scrimmage. A lot of pressure that time. Not enough numbers on the offensive side to block everyone that came. Loss of a yard. It'll be second down and 11. Braden Sepala will go out to the right side. Second down play for the Blue Devils. Again, the shotgun, double wing formation. Play coming this way. This is Ryan Scherf. Cuts back against the grain, and Scherf is going to get a Blue Devil first down. What a nice run. Blue Devils' 6th first down. Blue Devils again short a player. Here comes Ryan Hewen into the game. Ryan is a senior running back, number 14. Now Tolman will spread him out wide. Pass over the middle, and it's caught by Peters. And Nick finally gets stopped by about 5 Tigers near the 13-yard line. That's 11 yards and another Virginia first down. Tolman now 2 for 5, 33 yards in the game. Sepla bringing the play in. Tolman, a junior quarterback. Sepla is a senior wideout. Man comes in motion. That's Hewitt in. Cuts back against the grain. He'll get inside the 10-yard line to about the 8. Second down and 6 for Virginia. Under 9:50 to go in our first half. Schaefer was going to go left. Now he's going to move to the right side. Scherf comes in motion. Who will misdirection? This is Peters, but the Tigers have played this one nicely. We're not fooled on the fake going left and coming back to the right. Watch this on the replay. Again, nice defense. Hermanson actually made the play, number 7 for the Tigers. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Sepla will draw single coverage on the left side. Peters in the slot left. Scherf is the motion man. Tolman over the middle. Threw it a little bit before Bernard even looked for it. And it's going to be 4th down for the Blue Devils, 4th and 5. Also got a flag on the play. Legal procedure. And are they going to take it, move it back? They are. So instead of being 4th and 5, it's going to be 3rd and 10. Ball's on that right hash mark. Scherf now comes out wide left side along with Schaefer. Bernard to the right. Tolman running under some pressure. He's going to go down back near the 20-yard line. Loss of about 12 yards on that play. And it's going to be 4th down for the Blue Devils. Looks like nobody even touched number 7 that time, coming through, Anthony Hermanson. 4th down from the 20-yard line. Tolman throwing the ball for Peters. He catches it for a touchdown. Perfect pass from Tolman to Peters. 20-yard touchdown pass. Watch this nice pass by Tolman, a perfect pass. And the Blue Devils now go for the 2 points and try to tie this football game. Again, they've got wideouts on both sides. Scherf falls down, now gets back up. Here's Toman under some pressure. Tucks it in, and Toman will get hit right at the goal line. Did he cross it? No signal. Yes, now they do. And a 2-point conversion is good. So Toman scores the 2 points conversion. The teams are deadlocked at 16 with 7:50 to go in our first half. Break in the action. We'll have the kickoff after this.
Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging. Everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
16 apiece here in the season opener. Kyle Williams will kick off for Virginia. It's going to be fielded near the 15-yard line, going right back up the middle. That's Zeth Hahn over the 40. .744 to go in our first half. Each team with 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Even game so far. Ball's right in the middle of the field. Nell under center. First man going through gets a few yards. That's Hermanson. Tom Nenmich on the stop for Virginia. Tom is a junior. Mel will give it off. This is Hahn with some running room on the left side. First and 10, the ball's on the Virginia 45-yard line. Tigers going from south to north here at Ewens. Ball carrier is Sykes. Sykes going to get about 9 on that play. Second down and 1 for the Tigers. The ball is near the 35-yard line. Again, the tight formation, ball on the right hash mark. Mel under center, gives it off to Hahn going left side, cuts back into the middle, and Hahn gets about 10 yards and another first down. First and 10 as we watch on this replay. Boy, some nice blocking inside. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Hahn going to the left side, or check that. That's Sykes going to left side. Gets near the 10-yard line. Tigers now with 133 yards on the ground. First down and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. Hahn gets the handoff with a convoy in front, gets to the 5, gets into the end zone. That's the old student body play left, and the Tigers ran it to perfection. Hahn gets his second touchdown of the night. Watch on this play again. Look at the student body. He's got 3 blockers in front of him, 4 blockers. Tigers will go for 2. They haven't thrown a pass tonight. Everything's been on the ground. 19 rushing plays. And here's Hahn gets in for a 2-point conversion. So we got a timeout on the field. After the 2-point conversion, we'll show you this 2-point conversion again. Hahn getting in, a couple of missed tackles, and it's 24-16 Rush City, and we'll have the Tigers kickoff after this.
Mesabi Range College is, I think, the perfect college for traditional or non-traditional students. I came here to start my nursing career. I really like being able to work with people rather than being secluded. Being able to help people, heal them, that makes a difference, wearing your heart on your sleeve. My name is Becky, and this is my Mesabi story.
I decided to come to Mesabi because you get that one-on-one experience with your instructors, and I'll leave Mesabi with literally 0 debt. And for what I'm going into, I just thought it was the smartest decision, and then I could also continue playing the sport I love, baseball. Definitely the fact that I could play baseball here helped a lot with meeting people and met a ton of cool kids, so I have no regrets. It's been a great decision. My name's Cody, and this is my Mesabi story.
As we come back, Ryan Scherf returns the kickoff near the 35-yard line. Oh, I guess they brought it out over the 35 to about the 39-yard line. Cooling down here at Ewens. We're down to 59 degrees. Wind still about 14 miles an hour. Tolman from the gun. Tolman's going to throw the ball long downfield for Bernard, and Jaden cannot run under it. It'll be second down and 10. Again, we want to thank all our viewers watching tonight on MesabiCommunityTV.com. Tolman just led him by about 3 yards. Second down, coming this way is Scherf. Ryan avoids 1 tackle. Now we got a flag. Usually thrown in where there's going to be a holding. See if we can watch on the replay, see which Blue Devil on that left side got flagged for the hold. Oh, right there. Right on the corner. So they'll march off the 10 yards. 4th Virginia penalty of the night. So they move the ball back to 10 yards. Virginia has a second down and about 22 from, looks like about the 27-yard line. Tolman from the shotgun, now rolling, Throwing the ball underneath. It's cut by Bernard at the 40. Gets to the 44-yard line. "17 yards on that completion." Third down play with 4:45 to go in our first half. Peters in the slot. Tolman from the gun. Rolling, and he's throwing the ball, and it's caught. Bernard will get a first down on the Rush City side of the 50. Blue Devils now with 9 first downs in the game. Watch on that replay. Nice tackle by Longworthy. Here's Peters trying to go right side. He gets cut down right along the line of scrimmage. Again, great backside pursuit. See if we have that one on replay again, too. That was, again, some good defense by the Tigers. Now this is the pass play, although this is a very nice play, though, too. Nice catch by Bernard. Second and 11. Tolman underneath to Peters, 45. Now to the 40. And they finally stop him at the 38-yard line. Tolman now really warming up. He's 6 for 11, 89 yards here in the first half. Peters gets a well-deserved breather. 3rd and 2. Tolman under some pressure again, and he's going to go down way behind the line of scrimmage. And it's too bad because Ryan Scherf was open in the flat area, and Tolman just did not see him. And then when he did see him, there was too much pressure. Look at, he was wide open over there, and then by the time he noticed him, it was too late, and Tolman gets tackled behind the line, and now Virginia's going to bring their punt team out, but we're going to have a timeout first called by the Blue Devils with 2:27 to go in our first half. Rush City 24, Virginia 16. Time to take another break. You're viewing tonight's telecast right here on Mesabi Community Television.
Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
Again, reminder, we'll be back in action right here at UN Stadium. The Blue Devil football team and the Mesabi Community Television production team covering next Friday night's game as the Blue Devils will take on the Esco Eskimos. Game time set for 7 o'clock. That's next Friday night. Well, the sun is finally setting over there in the west, and we're getting a better view of the field now, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up some more of these numbers. For the Blue Devils, coming into the offensive line again is 55, Josh Stickney. 74, that's Will Buggart. 64, Tom Nemenich. Blue Devils are going to punt it and try to get Rush City pinned back deep. High snap, pressure, kicks away. Schaefer's kick is going to go out now. They're going to try to line it up. Let's see. Dave Trollin will come back up, the official, near the 28-yard line. So that's about a 10-yard punt. And the Tigers are going to start with 2:20 to go here in the first half from their own 28-yard line. Try to pick up now some more of these Blue Devil defenders. Linebackers. Number 7 is Dylan Bartlett. 22, Bernard. Here is Hahn, the ball carrier, gets taken down after a very short gain. Looks like Kyle Williams, 50, in on the stop for the Blue Devils. Also 67, that's Ben Wilson. Second down and 7. Ball carry coming this way and gets to about the 35-yard line. Hunter Sykes, the ball carrier. Ben Wilson again on the defensive play for the Blue Devils. Stickney now in that defensive line, 55 for Virginia, defensive end. Hahn, the ball carrier, gets out over the 45-yard line. Rush City with about 150 yards unofficially on the ground here in the first half. Clock is running, coming up on our final minute. Hermanson gets to the Blue Devils side of the 50. And now we have a timeout called by the Blue Devils, a defensive timeout with 52 seconds to go here in our first half. Let's take a look at some of our unofficial statistics. Blue Devils with 9 first downs. Tigers have 8. Virginia 17 rushes for 50 yards. Rush City 23 rushes for 156. Again, these are all unofficial. Tolman, quarterback for the Blue Devils, is completed 6 out of 11 for 89 yards. Only 1 turnover in the game, and that was on Rush City. And the only team penalized, the Blue Devils, 4 times tonight for 25 yards. We pan the audience. Decent crowd here before school will start next week. Fans out. We had a nice crowd today at the volleyball game that started at 5 o'clock. Look at that Blue Devil defensive huddle. Matt Anderson, the head coach, in there talking to his defensive unit. Here we go after the timeout. Second down. 52 seconds to go in our first half. Mel will give it off to Hahn, going to the left side, gets some running room before he gets taken down. Ball came out. Fumble on the play. Virginia gets it. I think Sepla may have recovered. Let's watch on the replay. I think we got the fumble recovery. Hahn, the ball carrier. Let's see who stripped Hahn. I don't know, maybe Bernard may have stripped it from him, and Sepla recovers the fumble. And the Blue Devils now from their own 34-yard line with 46 seconds to go in the first half. Tolman's pass in the flat area. That was Bernard out over the 40. Play goes for about 6. Almost 7 yards on that play. And now what do we have? The officials. They want to come over and they want to add some time to the clock as the clock has run out. I think they want to put 40 seconds up on the clock. Still waiting to get everything situated. Now we got the 40 seconds up. Rush City 24, Virginia 16. 40 seconds to go in our first half. Be second down and 3 for Virginia. Sepla comes out wide to the left. Bernard to the right. Not sure what he wants now. The official's looking over. Now the clock has to be reset once again. Now they want to put it down to 35 seconds to go, and now we are situated right. Ball is on the 41-yard line. The Blue Devils going from north to south. Second down play. Tolman from the gun. Double wing formation. Tolman throws it short. It was caught. That was Scherf. What do they give him? About a yard on the play? Well, I guess no gain on the play, so it's going to be third down. 32 seconds to go in the first half. Cole Schaefer will bring the play in. Scherf will come out in the slot left. Tolman getting some inside pressure is going to go down once again. Blue Devils just do not have enough men blocking inside as they spread the field on this formation, and the pressure coming from the inside. Blue Devils will take their final timeout of the first half as Virginia now faced with 4th and about 11. Coach Anderson wants to punt the ball away. Again, the Tigers went to Aurora last week and beat Mesabi East, so unbeaten on this young season. Boy, it's really cooling down here. Last time I looked, it was 59 degrees. They say maybe some frost tonight. Sky is clear, 59 degrees. Winds west-northwest decreased to 11 miles an hour. Schaefer's in punt formation. Snap is good. A lot of pressure again, but Schaefer gets it off end over end. Oh, it's going to take a great Blue Devil bounce. And it's going to be down at the 15-yard line. $50-yard punt, and now Tigers will start. That was Ryan Manning, and a freshman, getting down there to touch the ball. And with 14 seconds to go in the first half, I think it's pretty safe to say that Rush City's probably just going to maybe the quarterback just go down on one knee. I don't think you want to take any chances of a turnover here late in the first half. You already have the ball. You've got the lead. Mitch Mell, the junior quarterback under center. He'll give it off to Hahn going to the left side, cuts back in, got some running room in the middle, and finally Sepla will stop him near midfield with 4 seconds to go in the half. Boy, I'll tell you, little did I know what to call on that play. Huge run. That's a 35-yard run. And now there's a flag holding. So that 35-yard run will be nullified. First penalty of the night for the Tigers from Rush City. So it's half the distance. The ball will go back to the 7-yard line from the 15. Now they'll put the clock in motion and it'll run out in our first half. We've played one half of football on this Thursday night from Ewens Field. Season opener for the Virginia Blue Devils. Rush City 24, Virginia 16 at the half.
I'm in carpentry. We do a lot of woodworking. Right now we're actually building a couple houses. I like the atmosphere, like everybody around here, all the faculty, they really like to help out. My instructor, Leo Lucas, he's been in the field for at least 30 years or so. My goal with carpentry is to work for a larger company down in the cities. My name is Tyler Kemp and this is my Mesabi story.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5. Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging, everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Local television programming is now available to everyone through MesabiCommunityTV.com. From our main page, you can find all of our live sports broadcasts. Archived sporting events are also available on our website for Chisholm, Mountain Iron, Virginia, and Mesabi East schools. You can also download all of these events by going to your selected event, clicking on the share icon, and then clicking on the address on the center of the screen. There, you will find your download button. From our main page, you may also view our entire community bulletin board.
Mesabi Range College is, I think, the perfect college for traditional or non-traditional students. I came here to start my nursing career. I really like being able to work with people rather than being secluded. Being able to help people, heal them, that makes a difference, wearing your heart on your sleeve. My name is Becky, and this is my Mesabi story.
I decided to come to Mesabi because you get that one-on-one experience with your instructors, and I'll leave Mesabi with literally zero debt. And for what I'm going into, I just thought it was the smartest decision, and then I could also continue playing the sport I love, baseball. Definitely the fact that I could play baseball here helped a lot with meeting people and met a ton of cool kids, so I have no regrets. It's been a great decision. My name's Cody, and this is my Mesabi story.
With the support of many fine sponsors such as these over the years, Mesabi Community Television and Locker Talk have been able to continue expanding. With announcer Bob Cohn and cameramen like Darwin Aller, Javante George, and Justin Pullman, and with support from our program manager Lindsay George, in cooperation with Virginia's public schools and the City of Virginia, we've been able to keep upgrading. Currently, we can be seen live and via tape delay on Channel 5, YouTube, and Facebook, as well as bringing you area sports this year, including UMD football, volleyball, and many area teams on My9 Sports through KBJR's reaching out to our team. Mesabi Community Television will also continue to bring you sports from Mesabi East, Mountain Iron Buell, and Chisholm schools. Your mutual cooperation allows everyone to come out ahead.
It's hot, but it's kind of chocolatey.
Welcome back to Ewens Field as both teams are loosening up and get ready for a second half. Let's take a look at my unofficial statistics here in the first half. I've got both teams unofficially with 9 first downs. The Blue Devils with 18 rushes for 40 yards, while Rush City has rushed the ball 24 times for 171 yards. Jack Toman, the Blue Devil quarterback, has completed 7 out of 13 passes in the first half for 95 yards. So the Blue Devils with 135 of total offense, Rush City with 171. 2 turnovers in the first half. They were both fumbles by the Tigers. Penalties in the first, Virginia with 4 for 25, and Rush City had 1 for 7. Again, recapping the scoring, 9:34. After a Rush City turnover, the Blue Devils got a quick score as Nick Peters scored from 6 yards out. Tolman to Bernard for the 2-point conversion. Virginia led 8-0. Then after a very short punt with 4:21 to go in the first quarter, Hahn from 38 yards, that's Seth Hahn, 38 yards. Hunter Sykes on the 2-point conversion, it was 8-8. Then with 26 seconds to go in our first quarter, Anthony Hermanson scored on an 11-yard run. Sykes again, 2-point conversion, and our first quarter ended 16-8 in favor of Rush City. The Blue Devils then scored first in the second quarter at 7:50. Nick Peters caught a 20-yard touchdown pass from Jack Tolman. Tolman then on the 2-point conversion, and we were tied at 16. At 5:57, Hahn got his second touchdown of the night, 11-yard run. Hahn then completed the scoring with a 2-point conversion, making it 24-16, and that's where we're at right now here at the end of the first half. Just about set to start our second half. Again, next Friday night, we'll have Blue Devil football, as the Blue Devils will be hosting the Eskimos right here at Ewan Stadium. Again, in girls volleyball, it was the Virginia Blue Devils over Duluth Denfeld tonight, 3-0. Blue Devils beat Two Harbors on Tuesday night by the same score, 3-0. So they're off to a 2 wins, no losses on the young season. Next week, the Blue Devils, on Tuesday night, the Blue Devils will travel to Esco. And next Thursday night, Virginia will travel to Chisholm. That's in girls volleyball next week, and then they go to their Apple Valley tournament. So Virginia volleyball team will not be back home again until September 13th. So if you just want to watch them play at the Roosevelt, September 13th, their next home date, that'll be against the International Falls Broncos. Just about set now as the Blue Devils will be receiving the second half kickoff. Matt Anderson, first-year head coach here at Virginia High School, and there he comes into our picture right now. He'll be setting his receive team up. "24 minutes of football remaining here on this Thursday night. Very chilly Thursday night. Last look at the temperature was 59 degrees. Again, they talk about some frost in the outlying areas tonight. Right now it's 57 here at Ewan Stadium. And according to my temperature reading, it's going to get down to about 45 overnight. That's chilly. That is chilly. But again, this is football season. Blue Devils will be receiving the kickoff on the north end. Rush City will kick off from the south end. Wind seems to continue to be coming out of the west-northwest at about 12 miles an hour. Look out at the crowd and see still nice crowd here tonight for this pre-school, start of school event. Look at some of the Rush City parents, fans, friends here tonight. Jaden Kosher will kick off. Schaefer and Scherf back deep. Scherf will field it near the 24-yard line. And Rhino will get out over the 40, 42, maybe the 43. Boy, Ryan had a great spring last year on the Blue Devil tennis team, qualifying in the doubles for the state tournament. Only a sophomore last year, junior this year. So here we go. The Blue Devils will start 1st and 10. Jack Tolman comes out to lead the Blue Devil offense. Jaden Bernard will come out wide to the left. Going wide to the right is going to be Cole Schaefer. Peters and Scherf are set up in the double wing. This is Scherf coming to this left side, and he's going to get to the 45-yard line. 61 Kocher in on the defensive play. Also in there was Hunter Sykes. Now Seplo will bring the play in from the Blue Devil coaches. Looks like Jake Burrs is the running back that's set up directly behind Tolman. Peters comes in motion, gets the handoff going to the right side, reads his blocking, and then gets taken down after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Hermanson in on the stop. Offensive line now, they've put, well, let's see, Nemenich is still in there, 79. That's Jacob Bowman is in the offensive unit now. Again, this is our first telecast. New numbers, new names, different looking helmets. Gone to the white pants. Tolman. Pass is short, incomplete, intended for Peters. And the Blue Devils will bring out their punt team. Schaefer standing back near his 35, getting some inside pressure again, but gets off a nice punt. Hahn is just going to let it bounce, and it's going to take a great Blue Devil bounce to about the 12-yard line. That was Nemenich getting down there for the Blue Devils along with Mannanen. So Rush City will start from about their 13. Check some of these Blue Devil defensive members now. 12 is Schaefer, 7 is Dylan Bartlett, 22 is Bernard, 11 is Seppala, 64 Nemenich, 65 is Bridgewater, 77 Strukel. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. This is Hermanson, and finally getting taken down as he gets out of the 25. Schaefer on the stop. $15 yards on the first play for the Tigers. Handoff goes to Hahn, trying to get to the left side corner, cuts back in. He got slowed down by Scherf and then gets taken down by Bernard. Also on the play for the Blue Devils was number 32, that's Nick Peters. Second down and less than a yard. Handoff goes to Hermanson, and he'll get a first down near the 40. (24-16) Rush City, coming up on 9 minutes to play in our third. That's Hahn, the ball carrier again. And they're just chewing it up, just going right at the Blue Devils. Rotating the backs. All three backs have been carrying the ball. Hahn 16, 25 Sykes, 7 Hermanson. Rush City now over 200 yards on the ground. Everyone else is in tight. Hermanson, the ball carrier, and he's going to get a first down to the Blue Devil 45-yard line. Just straight ahead blocking. Ball sitting right at the Virginia 45-yard line. Back setting that T formation. Mel will give it off to the second man. That's Sykes coming through. Sykes will get 4 more yards, as that is the 30th rush of the night for Rush City. Again, these statistics are all unofficial. They haven't thrown a pass tonight. Actually, they haven't had to throw passes. They've just been very much ball control offense. Ends in tight, backs in that T. Hermanson, the ball carrier, straight ahead. And this time the Blue Devils will stop them just inside the 40. A lot of blue jerseys in on the stop. Pick up the one on the bottom, and that is number 50 getting up, and that is Kyle Williams. Mitch Mel, junior quarterback, gets the play from the Tigers sidelines as we're coming up on 7:15 to play in our third. 24-16, Rush City offside Virginia, and they're going to get a first down, the Tigers, as Virginia has just committed their 5th penalty of the night. Jeff Mostyn has another outstanding girls tennis team this year, as the team currently ranked 4th in the state. Blue Devils fresh off a 6-1 victory over Evelyn Gilbert the other night. Here is Hahn, the ball carrier, gets some running room left side, cuts back in the middle, and gets another 10+ yards. Here's Hahn again, the ball carrier, going to the left side, gets tripped up as he got right on the edge. Gain of about 4. Ball's on this 18-yard line. Blue Devils staying in that 3-5 defense. Another nice run in the middle. Looks like Hermanson, the ball carrier. First and goal from the Virginia 6-yard line. Tigers looking to extend their lead. Here is Sykes, the ball carrier, and Sykes gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in our third quarter, Rush City has extended their lead to 30-16. Tigers will go for a 2-point conversion. That's Hermanson straight ahead. And he's in for the 2-point conversion. Hermanson scores the 2-point conversion, and it is 32-16, Rush City. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the kickoff after this. So Rush City just moves the ball right down the field on their first offensive series and get into the end zone with 6:03 to go in the third. They have a 32-16 lead over Virginia. Scherf and Schaefer back deep to receive. Ball is loose, and Scherf will fall on it inside the 30, probably about the 28 is where Virginia will start. Try to check some of the offensive line. 79, Jacob Bowman. 74 is Will Buggart. 67, Nolan Campbell in the offensive line. Nolan's only a freshman. Blue Devils will start from the 28-yard line. This is Scherf coming this way, cuts back against the grain a little bit and gets a nice run. Scherf gets about 5 for Virginia. Try to check some of the defense. 61 is Kocher. Looks like 54 is Milky in defense. 53 out there is Ty Stepp. 52 defensively is Brock Dietrich. We've got a timeout on the field, so we're going to take a break. We've got 5:28 to go in our third quarter. Rush City 32, Virginia 16.
I'm in carpentry. We do a lot of woodworking. Right now we're actually building a couple houses. I like the atmosphere, like everybody around here, all the faculty, they really like to help out. My instructor, Leo Lucas, he's been in the field for at least 30 years or so. My goal with carpentry is to work for a larger company down in the cities. My name is Tyler Kemp, and this is my Mesabi story.
Blue Devils quickly come out from their huddle to resume action. 55 in that line also is Josh Stickney. Here comes a fake. The handoff goes to Peters. A little misdirection, and Nick Peters will get a first down out over the 45. Watch this replay. Nice ball faking by the quarterback. Fakes at the man coming in motion and gives an inside handoff to Peters. And Nick, on his own, makes about a 12-yard gain and another first down. That's 10 in the game for the Blue Devils. Scherf again comes in motion, gets the handoff, and he's not going to go anyplace. Good surge that time by the front five of the Tigers. 57 in the game, Mason Nall. Second and 12, the ball's on the 45-yard line. Tolman throwing the ball over the middle, and it's incomplete and intercepted. This is Longworthy coming back with it. Ashton Longworthy, and Rush City is in business on the first Virginia turnover of the night. Off Scherf right into Longworthy. Rush City will start at the 39-yard line. 4:21 to go. Here's Hermanson getting taken down right along the line of scrimmage. Bridgewater into the stop, but we've got illegal procedure against Rush City. See if the Blue Devils will take the play or the penalty. There was no gain, but looks like Virginia is going to move them back 5 yards. Second penalty of the night for 12 yards assessed against the Tigers. Sybrandt is the center for the Tigers, number 56. Kobe is a junior. Kobe Sybrandt. Hermanson gets the handoff, and right in the middle, Bridgewater again into the stop along with Nemanich. Third and 7, 3:20 to go here in our third quarter. Little misdirection play. That was Sykes, the ball carrier. Check that. It was Hahn, the ball carrier. I got unofficially 264 yards on the ground tonight on 38 rushing attempts. Mel has not put the ball in the air. Again, he has not had to. He's been able to get some nice chunks of yardage out of his running backs and getting some nice block. And Hermanson, the ball carrier. Hermanson will get another first down. That is first down number 17. That's their 8th first down here in the second half. And the clock is just running along. It'll be under 2.5 minutes now. Ball's on a 26-yard line. Here is Sykes, the ball carrier, with some running room on the right side. And now we got all kinds of flags. Let's see what this is going to be. This could be a face mask, maybe. We'll see. Or is it going to be holding? It was thrown by, I think, the back judge. Personal foul, face mask, yep. So it'll be half the distance. They'll put it on the 8-yard line. Officials will put the ball in play. It'll be first down and goal. Handoff goes to Sykes, to the 5, to the 4, maybe the 3. Bridgewater 65, 35 was Noah Neeson on the stop. Second down and goal. Quarterback keeper going to the left side. Needs a block. He'll get a block. He's going to get in. Touchdown by Mitch Mell from 4 yards out. So the quarterback gets into the scoring column on a nice 4-yard run, and with 1:32 to play in the third quarter, the lead is 38-16. Two-point conversion, and it's Hahn getting in on the left side for the two-point conversion. So with 92 seconds to go in our first half, it's 40-16 in favor of our city. They'll take a break, and we'll come back and have the Tiger kickoff after this.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
Back to action. Here is the kick. Schaefer will, or check that, that's Scherf. He'll get out over the 35 to about the 39-yard line. We've got a Viking score late in the football game. Minnesota 23, Buffalo 20. Fourth quarter, just over 3 minutes to play. Scherf comes in motion, gets the handoff, going left side, and he'll get out over the 40. And then about 4 or 5 white jerseys will throw him back. 54, Milky in on the stop. 23, Will Campbell. 52 in the middle was Dietrich. Under a minute to play here in our third quarter. Twins score this afternoon. They defeated the White Sox 10-5. Cleveland also wins, so the Twins lead going into the weekend series is 3.5 games. Flag on the play as Jake Burris got the handoff, but it's a legal procedure against Virginia. 7 penalties tonight. 43 yards. He's second down and 12 for the Blue Devils, right from their own 38-yard line. Peters and Scherf are set up the wing back, and handoff goes to Burris, and he's tackled a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now looks like Burris is on the ground, injured an ankle, maybe just a cramp. They're stretching him out. Brad Kern, the trainer out there tending to business. Matt Anderson, the head coach, also. 19 seconds to go, quarter number 3. Rush City 40, Virginia 16. Rush City has scored all 16 of the points here in the second half, after having a 24-16 lead at half. Once again, next Friday night, we will have Blue Devil football as the Esco Eskimos are here at Ewens. Game time is 7 o'clock. Looks like they're rubbing out that calf muscle right now. Officials. So let's take a break as we've got an injury timeout. We'll come back with more football from Ewens after this. It's 40-16 Rush City.
Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
Boy, nice sponsor there, Starkovich. Nice ad put together by our producer, John Starkovich, who, of course, he was the original owner before he passed a few years ago. Always wanted to sponsor high school sports, and he's been with us for, boy, I'll tell you, it's got to be 25 years or so. That's Starkovich Distributing, another fine high school sports sponsor. Here's a pass. It's caught by Schaefer. Gets to the 40, 45. Gets knocked down about a half a yard short of a first down. The clock is going to run out here in the third quarter. We're going to show you the replay, though, before we take a quarter break. That's a nice play. Schaefer with a reception near the 34-yard line, and he gets knocked down near the 48. Looks like he's about a yard or so short of a first down. We've played 3. It's Rush City 40 and Virginia 16.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey, Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging. Everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
So 3 quarters in the book. That third quarter dominated by Rush City. They outscored the Blue Devils 16-0 in that quarter. Blue Devils in that third quarter unofficially had 27 yards, while Rush City in that quarter unofficially had 112 yards and 2 scores. Fourth down and short. Virginia will go for it from their own 48-yard line. Seppel will come out wide to the right. Peters and Scherf for the wing. Here's Tolman throwing the ball underneath. It's caught by Scherf. He'll get a first down to the 46-yard line. Second first down of the Blue Devils here in the second half. Blue Devils now with 11 in the game. Rush City has 19 first downs. They've had 10 in that third quarter. Here's Tolman, pump fakes, and now we've got a legal procedure called on the Blue Devils. Blue Devils with 4 penalties in each half. Looks like the wind is starting to pick up a little bit more here at the stadium. We'll try to get our current conditions. 57 degrees, clear sky, and our wind now, well, it's dropped a little bit. West at 9 miles an hour. Ball's back on the 50-yard line. First and 15, right hash mark, and now we've got a timeout going to be called by Virginia as they had some confusion in that offensive huddle. So we got a break with 11:19 to play. It's 40-16 in favor of Rush City, and we'll have more action after this.
Local television programming is now available to everyone through MasabiCommunityTV.com. From our main page, you can find all of our live sports broadcasts. Archived sporting events are also available on our website for Chisholm, Mount Iron, Virginia, and Mesabi East schools. You can also download all of these events by going to your selected event, clicking on the share icon, and then clicking on the address on the center of the screen. There, you will find your download button. From our main page, you may also view our entire community bulletin board.
First and 15 from midfield for the Blue Devils. Here's the ball is fumbled. Handoff was not a good exchange between the quarterback and the wingback that time. Loss of about 4. This is our first telecast of this 2019-2020 high school year, right here on Mesabi Community Television. Sheriff goes in motion, the handoff on the inside. I think it was probably Peters. Nope, it was not Peters. It was 35, Noah Neese. Gain of a yard. Update the Vikings. 48 seconds to go. Buffalo has it first and goal at the Vikings 6-yard line. Holman's pass, and it's caught by Bernard. Nice catch. It was thrown behind Jaden Bernard, and he comes up with it. And I hope we've got this one on a replay. That's a nice catch by Bernard. Fourth and 1 to go for Virginia. Schaefer will go out far to the left. Tolman, quarterback, sneaks straight ahead, and he's going to get a first down with the surge. Blue Devils now with 12 first downs in the game. Coming up on 9 minutes to play in our football game. Well, I hate to tell my producer down the truck, but the Buffalo Bills have just scored a touchdown with 8 seconds to play on the Vikings. Here is Tolman throwing the home run, and it is just a little bit out of the reach of the intended receiver. That was Schaefer, or let's see, or is that Peters? Let's see. That looks like it's 32, Nick Peters. False start called against the Blue Devils. That is their 9th piece of laundry on the ground tonight. Official now puts the ball in play, clock in motion. Blue Devils scored first tonight. They had an 8-0 lead, but they've been outscored 40-8 since that time. Here's Tolman throwing a long one downfield for Cole Schaefer. 10-5, touchdown if they'll rule it. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Touchdown. We're going to watch on this replay. He may have stepped, let's see, 10, 5. Oh, yeah, looks like he did step out. It looked like he stepped out, but I think they ruled a touchdown on the play, and now they're going for the 2-point conversion after the procedure. They've moved the ball over to the right hash mark. Tolman rolling under a lot of pressure, still looking, and it goes down. A 2-point conversion is not good. We're going to try to look at that replay again of the touchdown, and we'll see if we get a different angle of it. Here comes the pass for Schaefer. Catches the ball, let's see. Looks like right there. Looks like he may have stepped out of bounds at the 4-yard line. But anyways, it goes a touchdown. We've got a break in the action. It is 40-22, Rush City over Virginia.
Mesabi Range College is, I think, the perfect college for traditional or non-traditional students. I came here to start my nursing career. I really like being able to work with people rather than being secluded. Being able to help people, heal them, that makes a difference, wearing your heart on your sleeve. My name is Becky, and this is my Mesabi story.
I decided to come to Mesabi because you get that one-on-one experience with your instructors, and I'll leave Mesabi with literally zero debt. And for what I'm going into, I just thought it was the smartest decision, and then I could also continue playing the sport I love, baseball. Definitely the fact that I could play baseball here helped a lot with meeting people and met a ton of cool kids, so I have no regrets. It's been a great decision. My name's Cody, and this is my Mesabi story.
Kyle Williams will kick off for Virginia. Blue Devils have just cut the deficit. Here's a nice driving kick. Ball's picked up at the 18-yard line. That's Hahn. And the Blue Devils special teams get down quickly, and they drop Hahn. Looks like about the 21-22-yard line. Drew Hohenstein in on the stop for the Blue Devils. Drew is a junior. Handoff straight ahead, and the ball carrier is going to get about 8 yards. And that is unofficially the 43rd carry from a running back tonight. Second down and 2 for the Tigers, under 8 minutes to play. This is Sykes, the ball carrier, gets out of the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Ryan Scherf on the stop. 20th first down of the night for Rush City. Coming up on 300 yards rushing. Ends in tight, back setting that tee. Sykes again, the ball carrier. Ben Strukel in on the stop for Virginia. Seven minutes to play. 40 for Rush City, 22 for the Blue Devils. Again, ends in tight, back setting that tee. Hermanson, the ball carrier. Tommy Nemanich in on the stop after a gain of about 6. Second down and 4. Another nice run going to the left side. (16) Seth Hahn. Coming up on 6 minutes to play. Hermanson, the ball carrier, again with a lot of running room. Cole Schaefer on the stop after a gain of about 9. Second down and 1 for Rush City. Sykes, the ball carrier. (22nd first down of the night. First and 10 from the Virginia 27-yard line, coming up on our final 5 minutes. (77) is Strukel, 65 Bridgewater, 55 Stickney, the down lineman. Now going to down position is Hohenstein, 66. Sykes, the ball carrier, gets about 4. Mel will give the handoff, and it's Hahn, and he's going to get into touchdown, his 3rd one of the night. That's from 24 yards out. Hahn from 38, 11, and now 24. And with 4:05 to go, Rush City has upped their lead to 46-22. Ball is fumbled and 2-point conversion fails. So we got a break in the action of 4:05 to go. Rush City 46 and Virginia 22. Well, there's another good sponsor that's been with us for a long time, Chestnut Collision and Restoration. The Mackey family, well, they've been with us for about 20-some years, covering high school sports in the area. Nice kick. It's going to bounce near the 5-yard line. Now Schaefer will pick it up. Boy, special teams are getting down there quickly for the Tigers. That's... I think when Schaefer sees that one, I think he'll realize he probably should have picked up the ball a little bit quicker and started moving upfield rather than giving the defense time to get down there. They converged on him, and now Virginia's going to start near their own 6-yard line. Tolman comes back in the game tonight. Tolman 11 out of 20 for 159 yards and 1 interception. Real nice game for the junior. Little ball carrier was Jake Burris. Jake gets out over the 10 to about the 14. That's an 8-yard gain. Bernard with a nice block there in the corner as we watch the replay. In motion was Sam Schultz. Handoff will go to Burris again. Breaks a tackle, gets a Blue Devil first down. Coming up on 3.5 minutes to play. Bernard out wide to the right. Schaefer left. Hewen in 14 and 26 Schultz now are playing in the wing. Here is Tolman going against the grain. Gets to the edge. 35-40. Still going. 45. And I think he stepped out of bounds, and then he goes over the bench on the far side. I think Buddha's got this one. Let's watch this replay again. Tolman going against the grain. We'll follow this one all the way. Whistle blows. Here's Tolman. Intercepted. Blue Devil receiver fell down. It was picked up by Nick Medina. And that's the second interception. Like the Blue Devil receiver fell down right there, and it was an easy pick for 55. Peters was the intended receiver, lost his footing. And now with 3:01 to play, Rush City will start from their own 48. New quarterback, new running backs also. New quarterback is number 10, Sandon Stepp. And the ball carrier that time was number 28, Jake Ferris. Okay, they said 33 was the ball carrier. 33, that's Clayton Sparrow. Unofficially tonight, I've got 364 yards on the ground for Rush City on 52 rushes. Figure that out. That's over 7 yards a carry. Again, those are all unofficial. 33 again, ball carrier. That was Sparrow. Getting quickly for the Blue Devils was Josh Stickney. Under 2 minutes to play. Third down from the Blue Devil 45-yard line. Ball carrier was Swanson, 27, Bodie Swanson. Coming up on our final 70 seconds. Defensively for the Blue Devils, watching a replay, was Ryan Mannanen. Ryan is a freshman. "40 seconds to play." Ball carrier this time, number 28 is Jake Ferris. Half a minute to play in our football game. And they don't even have to snap the ball. The ball gets thrown right to the Rush City sidelines. They're not even going to put the ball in play. And Rush City has defeated the Virginia Blue Devils tonight by a score of 46-22. Quickly running down stats as we wrap up. Rush City tonight with 24 first downs, Virginia with 15. Rush City unofficially 55 rushes for 362 yards. There were no passing yardage at all tonight for Rush City. Virginia had 31 rushes for 88 yards. Tolman, the Blue Devil quarterback, was 10 for 21 with 2 interceptions, 159 yards. Each team with 2 turnovers tonight. Penalties, Virginia 9 for 53. Rush City had 2 for 12. Quickly the scoring. First quarter, Peters of the Blue Devils, Hahn and Hermanson of Rush City. Peterson got his second one in the second quarter. Hahn scored. It was 24-16 at halftime. Second half, Sykes on a 6-yard run, Mel on a 4-yard run, and Hahn on a 24-yard run. Blue Devils scoring the second half. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Tolman to Schaefer, making our final score tonight 46-22. So we hope you enjoyed our telecast tonight. I want to thank Darwin Aller, Givenchy George, and Dave Rasu on our cameras tonight. Terry Hardica down in the truck. I'm Bob Cohen, the play-by-play. Once again, season opener for the Blue Devils. It didn't go on the right side, but they'll be back next week to take on the Eskimos, and let's see if we can get better results next Friday night right here at UN Stadium. Once again, our final score tonight, it was Rush City 46 and Virginia 22. Good night, everyone.
Getting a couple good plays here, getting some momentum is going to be key early on.
Wide to left, hand up. Goes to Wilcox, gets to the edge, and Wilcox gets 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 yards.
Again, we talked earlier.
Wilcox to the right side of the running room.
Andrew Wilcox.
Goes to Wilcox with a little bit of running room and just keeps those legs churning. He got nearly 5 yards again. Wilcox again in the tail position. Here's a slant pass. It's caught by Aho. Aho now is out wide to the right. Quarterback for him with some pressure. Again rolling.